monitor is responsible for coordinating the execution of a transaction. Okay, in this figure, you can see the client application in the left side, and okay, in the other side, there are some servers. Okay, these servers are used to store the data. The data distribute between some servers. Okay, the client application send the request to TP monitor. The TP monitor is responsible to find appropriate server that data are stored on that. Okay, the TP monitor know the location of each data. Okay, appropriate server are selected, and the client request is sent by TP monitor to the server. Okay, appropriate server is selected. The server execute the queries, and the results, uh, the response, uh, sent back to TP monitor. The TP monitor reply the client application by after receiving the response from the appropriate server. Okay, so a TP monitor is responsible for coordinating the execution of a transaction. And you must know a transaction can execute sometime on some server. It's possible to the requested data must be stored on some server, for example, on two server. Okay, in this case, the TP monitor must coordinate the queries. Some query uh, might be executed on the server, okay, server 1, and other queries must be executed on server 2. Okay. Uh, Another example of distributed system is enterprise application integration, allowing existing applications to directly exchange information using communication middleware. Okay, you can see enterprise application uh, consists of some client application, some server-side application. These applications are connected through the communication middleware as a communication facilitator in enterprise application integration. Okay. Another example of distributed system is sensor networks. In the advanced network, you can learn the concept of sensor networks, wireless sensor networks. Uh, these networks includes the nodes to which sensor are attached are. The nodes, the number of nodes may be many. There are simple using a small memory, compute, and communication capacity, and offer battery power or even battery less. A battery-less sensor gets its energy by stealing it from the environment. It is called energy harvesting. In this figure, you can see a figure that shows some sensors. Uh, this sensor can get the information from the environment and send appropriate data to the base station. Base station uh, gather the information from the sensor and process them, and decided about this decide some decision about the operation that each sensor can do that. includes a number of sensors that are used to collect data and send them to the base station. While a sensor network can be continuous, can be query-based, event-based, and hybrid. In continuous state, sense data by the sensors is always sent to the base station. Sensors are active. In query-based state, every time it needs, sense data is sent. This is passive. And event-based, when a particular action occurs, the sense data is sent. For example, in the jungle, okay, when temperature increase from a threshold degree, okay, the sensor can send the data to the base station. Okay, and hybrid send all information to the sink. Figure A and Figure B are illustrated in this slide. In the Figure A, in the right side, you can see a sensor network, and the left side, there is the operator site. Sensor network sends data and send the data to the operator site. Okay, but in Figure B, each sensor has its own storage. Okay, so each sensor can process the data and store the data in its own storage, and when a query is sent from the operator side to the sensor network, okay, after that the sensor data can